Minions in Jurassic Park. Can they escape the dinosaurs? The Minions had no idea what they were signing up for. 1 minute. They were excitedly boarding a fancy helicopter, thinking they were going on a banana-themed vacation. And the next? They were flying over a mysterious island filled with giant dinosaurs. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob pressed their faces against the window, eyes wide with excitement. "Bee banana?" Bob pointed at something below. Stuart squinted. "No banana. Big lizard." Kevin gulped. That wasn't just a big lizard. It was a T-Rex. The helicopter landed near the entrance of Jurassic Park. And as soon as the Minions stepped out, they were greeted by a scientist in a white lab coat. Dr. Hammond, the park's owner, smiled at them. "Welcome to Jurassic Park, my little yellow friends," he said proudly. Spreading his arms, "We have real, living dinosaurs here." Quote, "Ooh," the Minions gasped. "Please, enjoy the tour." Dr. Hammond gestured toward an automated tour vehicle. The Minions eagerly jumped in. The doors shut, and the car started moving along the track. The first enclosure they passed had a herd of peaceful Brachiosaurus munching on trees. Bob waved. "Bellow. Big cow." Quote, "One of the dinosaurs sneezed, sending a cloud of leaves and dino snot flying toward the Minions." Kevin groaned, wiping his face. "EWWW." Stuart laughed. The next stop was the Velociraptor pen. A sign read, "Danger. Do not enter." Of course, that only made the Minions more curious. "Meh. Small chicken," Stuart scoffed, leaning out of the car. Suddenly, a velociraptor leaped onto the fence, its sharp teeth snapping just inches away. The Minions screamed in terror as the electric fence sparked and buzzed. The car quickly moved forward, saving them just in time. "I know, like chicken," Stuart muttered, shaking. But things really went wrong when they reached the T-Rex enclosure. A loud thunderclap rumbled through the sky, and rain began pouring down. Suddenly, the park's power went out. The tour car stopped moving. The Minions looked around nervously. Then, from the darkness, came a terrifying ROOOOAAARRR. The ground trembled. A massive T-Rex emerged from the shadows. Its huge yellow eyes locked onto the Minions, its nostrils flaring as it sniffed the air. Kevin gulped. "Uh-oh." Bob held up a tiny banana. "Peace offering?" Quote, the T-Rex let out another earth-shaking roar, then charged straight at them. The Minions panicked. Kevin grabbed Stuart and Bob and bolted out of the car. They ran as fast as their little legs could carry them, zigzagging through the muddy road. The T-Rex chased after them, its massive feet stomping dangerously close. "Banana escape plan," Kevin shouted. Bob nodded and quickly pulled out a banana peel from his pocket. He tossed it onto the ground behind them. The T-Rex stepped on it and slipped. The gigantic dinosaur tumbled forward, crashing into a tree with a thud. The Minions cheered. "Yay!" Quote, but their celebration was short-lived. In the distance, they heard a loud rustling sound. Kevin turned his head slowly and saw a herd of Gallimimus, fast-moving dinosaurs, stampeding straight toward them. The Minions screamed and ran again, dodging left and right as dinosaurs whooshed past them like a tidal wave of feathers and claws. Suddenly, a jeep skidded to a stop nearby. Dr. Hammond's assistant, a woman named Claire, waved at them. "Get in," she yelled. The Minions didn't think twice. They leaped into the jeep, piling on top of each other. Claire slammed the gas pedal, and the jeep sped off, Where did you guys even come from? Claire asked. Kevin shrugged. Helicopter? Quote. Claire sighed. Great. Now I have to make sure you don't get eaten. Just then, a loud screech filled the sky. They all looked up and saw a pterodactyl swooping down toward them. Ah! The minions ducked as the flying dinosaur snatched Bob's teddy bear right out of his hands. Bob gasped in horror. No! Teddy! Quote. With tears in his eyes. He unbuckled his seatbelt and jumped out of the Jeep. Bob! No! Kevin and Stuart screamed. Bob chased after the pterodactyl, running straight toward a dark cave. Without thinking, Kevin and Stuart followed him. Claire screeched the Jeep to a stop, groaning. You have got to be kidding me. Quote. Inside the cave, Bob spotted his teddy bear stuck on a high ledge. He tried climbing up, but the rocks were too slippery. Kevin sighed. Okay. Teamwork. Quote. Stuart got on Kevin's shoulders, and Bob climbed on top. He stretched out his tiny arms and got Teddy. Yay. Quote. But suddenly, the cave shook. A pair of glowing eyes appeared in the darkness. Oh no! Kevin whispered. A giant velociraptor stepped forward. The minions froze. The raptor snarled, ready to pounce. Just then, a tiny baby raptor waddled out from behind it. The baby chirped and walked up to Bob, curiously sniffing his teddy bear. Bob blinked. Then he offered the teddy bear to the baby raptor. The baby chirped happily and hugged it. The mother raptor watched for a moment, then nodded approvingly. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob slowly backed away, then ran for their lives. They burst out of the cave and saw Claire waiting in the Jeep. Get in, now. Quote. They jumped into the Jeep, and Claire floored it, speeding toward the park's exit. Behind them, the T-Rex had woken up and was chasing them again. It's back, Stuart screamed. Claire swerved left and right, dodging trees and fallen debris. The minions held onto each other, screaming. Just when it seemed like they were doomed, they reached the giant gates of Jurassic Park. Claire slammed a button on the dashboard, and the gates opened just in time. The Jeep sped through, and the gates slammed shut behind them, trapping the T-Rex inside. Silence. The minions looked back. No dinosaurs. They were safe. Bob wiped his forehead. Phew www. Claire groaned. I am never taking you guys on a tour again. Kevin, Stuart, and Bob burst into laughter as a helicopter came to rescue them. Bob looked down at his teddy bear, which now had tiny raptor bite marks. He smiled. Best trip ever.